Forged in hate, the scourge of the realm. This is what they call them, and this is what they are. Formed under the banner of the Swine Lord, battle pigs look to overrun a nearby castle. The Temple of Justice answer the call and look to send the pigs back to whence they came, for they are the champions of the helpless and the bane of the wicked. Welcome back to Relic Blade, presented by Miniature Game Montage. I'm Jimmy, and today we have a matchup between the Battle Pigs and the Temple of Justice. Parker put in some brushwork on the Temple miniatures, and he'll take command of them today. Relic Blade is a quick and tactical skirmish game that has a lot of possibilities. If you're unfamiliar with how to play it, I would highly suggest watching our first battle report. I'll put a link down below in case you're interested in checking that game out. The Battle Pigs are led by a pig warlord with a banner of the Swine Lord. They have a destroyer pig with brutal charge and heavy armor, a shield pig with shield wall, a raider pig with blade oil, and a soldier pig with sling and stone. The Temple of Justice has a cleric of justice with sigil of justice and a spirit weapon. A warden of justice has healing prayer, and a questing knight with riposte, and also a thief with quicksilver bangles and a healing herb. Today we'll be playing ancient waystones, and 3 standing stones will dot the board at least 8 inches apart. Each waystone will be activated by an unengaged fighter once per round by performing the special action Activate on a 5+. Once a waystone has been activated, it cannot be activated again until the next round. The player that activates a waystone gets 1 VP, and the player that scores 5 VP or eliminates the other warband will take the victory today. As always, thank you so much for watching. With sides deployed, we are ready for turn 1. I'd love to know your thoughts on the game and the battle in the comments below. And in the opening turn, the Battle Pigs will start first, sending their Destroyer Pig forward with all of his action dice to move. The Thief will do the same, but moving so quickly because of her Quicksilver Bangles. The Shield Pig then uses all of his actions to move, going up the left flank. The Warden of Justice is going to use all of his action dice to move as well, climbing the ladder. The Raider Pig then moves up behind the Shield Pig. Next, the Cleric of Justice is going to use all of his actions to move. The Pig Warlord will move as well as he positions himself at the center of the board, ready to climb. The Questing Knight will use all of his actions to move as well as he positions himself towards the center of the board. The Soldier Pig activates last as he uses all of his action dice to move, staying close to the Destroyer Pig. Turn 1 comes to a close as both sides eye down the waystones and potential victory points in round 2. The Temple of Justice will claim the priority for turn 2. The Cleric of Justice moves forward. He is going to attempt to activate the Waystone, but fails. He then moves back into cover. The Shield Pig moves up to the Waystone and attempts to activate it, but fails. He then takes a dodge. Up top, the Thief uses her Quicksilver Bangles to get a move to the ramparts. She then scales down, passing a 3-inch climb. The Thief then uses a focus and activates the Waystone, scoring a victory point. She then moves to the edge of the castle walls and throws her dagger, but the Shield Pig defends it. Up next, the Raider Pig marches up to a Waystone and attempts to activate it, but he fails. The Warden of Justice sees an opportunity to move down the ladder and into combat with the Raider Pig. He swings with his Sacred Blade, which is pure, but it fails to do any damage. Up next, the Destroyer Pig launches into combat with the Cleric of Justice. His first attack with Onslaught, needing a 4+, is a miss, but he decides to use it again the second time he lands a hit. The hit was a critical, and with Brutal Charge, he ends up doing massive damage to the Cleric of Justice, disabling him. Seeing this, the Questing Knight rushes to his aid, coming into combat with the Destroyer Pig. He tries to connect with his longsword, but it is a miss. The Soldier Pig uses 2 actions to get to the Waystone and activates it, scoring the Battle Pigs a victory point. The Pig Warlord will then successfully scale the wall as he launches into combat with the Thief. The Pig Warlord attempts tireless onslaught twice, but misses both times. As turn 2 comes to a close, both sides have activated a Waystone, getting a victory point per side. The Thief extremely lucky to avoid any damage from the Pig Warlord. Combat rages across the board as we get ready for turn 3. The Cleric of Justice makes a recovery roll but is unable to stand. The priority rolls are going to go over to the Temple of Justice for turn 3. And up first, the Thief takes a dodge as she is going to attempt to backstab the Pig Warlord using her dagger. The Thief uses a focus, rolls 2 dice, and lands a hit requiring a 4. A well-timed attack leaves the Pig Warlord injured. She then has a successful disengage from the Pig Warlord and attempts to activate the Waystone, and it is successful on a 5+. She scores a victory point. Meanwhile, the Destroyer Pig swings at the Questing Knight with Onslaught as he uses a focus, but he cannot land a hit. He attempts one more time and does connect. The Knight is able to deflect his damage, however. Across the board, the Warden of Justice uses a focus and attacks with his Sacred Blade. He lands a hit. The Raider Pig takes 2 damage from the ensuing melee. The Warden attacks a second time and successfully lands a hit. And this time the blow is deflected. The Warden will then take a dodge. Action continues as the Soldier Pig attempts to focus and activate the Waystone, but he fails. He then fires his slingshot at the Questing Knight, and he will land a hit and will do a point of damage. The Questing Knight is quick to activate. He takes a dodge and a focus, but misses his vicious strike. As the Pig Warlord moves into combat with the Thief, the Pig Warlord hits with tireless onslaught. Challenge rolls are made. It is a critical strike, and the Thief will take 3 damage and become injured. Up next, the Shield Pig activates and moves into combat with the Warden of Justice. He first attempts to strike him with a hand weapon, and it does fail. Then he uses Gore, which is successful. The blow is deflected, however, by the Warden of Justice. The Raider Pig attempts to attack in numerous ways as well, but the Warden using his dodge to deflect the blows, no damage being dealt. And turn 3 comes to a close. We will see a recovery roll from the Cleric of Justice, who remains down. The Questing Knight is protecting him from being taken out of action. And as we look forward to turn 4, initiative rolls hit the deck. It's going to go back to the Temple of Justice. The Thief will activate first at the center of the board. Tied up with the Pig Warlord, she's going to take a dodge for a backstab. She will then use a focus for 2d6, landing a hit. The backstab again doing a lot of damage to the Pig Warlord, and he is going to be disabled. The fight moves to the Destroyer Pig as he attempts an onslaught against the Questing Knight with a focus. The Knight, however, using Riposte and inflicting 2 damage onto the Destroyer Pig. The Destroyer Pig attempts to use his War Tusk, but fails to connect. Next, the Warden of Justice attempting to swing his Sacred Blade at the Raider Pig, landing a hit with a focus. The blow is enough to disable the Raider Pig. He then swings at the Shield Pig, landing another hit. With both pigs in trouble, tied up in combat, he then takes a dodge. Meanwhile, the Soldier Pig will focus and attempt to activate the Waystone, throwing 2d6. He is successful. He again connects with his sling into the Questing Knight, which results in no damage. The Questing Knight then activates, and he will focus to use Vicious Strike, which connects. He is able to disable the Destroyer Pig on that blow. He then attempts to take him out with his longsword, but he fails. The Shield Pig then tries to take down the Cleric with his hand weapon. He does land a critical. The Cleric, however, using a dodge to negate the damage, a Gore then comes across, which hits. The result is 1 point of damage. And as turn 4 draws to a close, we have numerous disabled fighters across the board. Nobody able to roll a 6 and recover, however, so everybody stays down. We move over to priorities for turn 5, and it will stay with the Temple of Justice. To open things up, the Cleric uses a focus, striking with his Sacred Blade, landing a hit and disabling the Raider Pig. The Battle Pig's missing Protect Your Friends here, as he is struck again, and this time taken out of action. In the next activation, the Soldier Pig attempts to activate the Waystone, focusing and getting a victory point. He then fires his Sling and Stone, landing a critical hit. We counted the Battle Pig's roll as a 2, and there's no damage. Up next, there's a focus from the Questing Knight as he strikes down the Destroyer Pig and then moves forward towards the Ancient Waystone. And turn 5 comes to a quick close. We forgot to show what happened with the Thief, but she focused and missed, taking down the Pig Warlord. She then failed at trying to activate a Waystone. The Raider Pig was also able to recover. And as we look to turn 6 and the priority rolls, it looks like the priority is going to again go to the Temple of Justice. And the Questing Knight will be the first to activate in this turn, as he is going to move into combat with the Soldier Pig. He uses a focus to easily land a hit. His Vicious Strike immediately injures the Soldier Pig. The Raider Pig, who was able to recover in the last recovery phase, attempts to attack with his hand axe but fails against the Warden of Justice. He then attempts a Gore, which is successful. He deals 3 more damage to the Warden, injuring him. The Warden will focus and cast Inner Peace, which will heal him 3 hit points. He then strikes with a Sacred Blade. This time the Raider Pig deflects it. In the other combat, the Soldier Pig attacks with his halberd, landing a hit, needing a focus. With massive damage done to the Knight, he nearly disables him. At the center of the board, the Thief strikes down the Warlord just barely, and she is able to activate the Waystone for a victory point. Turn 6 is over. The Battle Pigs trying to stay firm in this one. The game is tied at the moment, but they need a lot to go their way. The Cleric of Justice once again cannot get to his feet. The priority rolls for turn 7 will go to the Temple of Justice. In the final turn, the Knight attacks the Soldier Pig, disabling him. They are able to score a victory point off of this Waystone. They also score a victory point at the center of the board as the Warden and the Raider Pig continue to exchange blows. And this game comes to an end as the Battle Pigs are running off the board, being chased by the Temple of Justice as they have activated 5 Waystones to take the victory today. And that brings our presentation of Relic Blade to a close. The Temple of Justice will take the victory today. Really hope you enjoyed watching this game. Relic Blade is probably my son's favorite game to play. Again, I'm always happy to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. We've probably got some things wrong, but that's okay. Supporters Club, your names are on the screen now. As always, thank you so much for your support. It is by no means necessary. I ask for absolutely nothing. We will see you in the next one. Take care.